Students, myself Shilpa, lecturer in English, Vishwamanava Composite PU College, Chitradurga. Yes, today let's have a to look over reported speech, which is nothing but direct and indirect speech. As you all know that it is a demanding topic in English, as we also know that it is a very important concept in second PUC English, that is awarded 5 marks in this area. As you all know that direct and indirect speech, which is nothing but direct and indirect narration. Before going to look over direct and indirect speech, let's we know about what is narration. Narration is a action which we report the report the words of speaker. While we are reporting the words of the speaker, it can be report in two ways. Remember, it can be report in two ways. One is direct and second one is indirect speech, which is also known as direct narration and also indirect narration. Yes, let's get started. Yes, firstly, what is direct speech, and next we are going to indirect speech. See, as I already told you, direct speech is nothing but a direct narration. What it is actually, it repeats or quotes the exact words of the speaker are spoken. It is nothing but it is a actual words of a speaker where we won't change them. For example, here it is, John said there is an elephant outside the window. As you are all observing the quotation marks in, there is an elephant outside the window. These are the words of the John. There is no changes occurs. There is no changes in a tense. What the speaker is going to reveal you, the same and exact words are seen in this direct speech. We cannot change them. For example, we can also not change the pronouns and also tense, whatever it may be. What the speaker is going to reveal us, it can be represented in quote. And you observe that there is a two sentences. John said, it is a cut, and also next there is a comma, and there is an elephant outside the window. See, the quotation marks, inside the quotation marks, the words of John is observed. This is considered as a direct speech. While we look over the indirect speech, what is indirect speech? Indirect speech is also one of the speech. It is usually used to talk about the past. We normally change the tense of the words spoken. As I told you, indirect speech is a speech which can we report them in our words, in our own words. It is not considered as a actual words of the speaker, but we have to report them in our words in a simple language. But while we are changing from direct to indirect speech, we can small changes occurs in the area of pronoun, in the area of tense of the words which the speaker said. For example, see, as we look over the example of direct speech, example, John said there is an elephant outside the window. But while it was changed into indirect speech, for example, John said that there was an elephant outside the window. As you all observing here, John said that there was an elephant outside the window. See here, that is added and we are removed the inverted commas and the tense of the sentence was changed. That is why it is John said that there was an elephant outside the window. This is all about direct and what is direct speech and what is indirect speech. While we are changing from direct to indirect speech, there are certain rules to change that. Yes, we have to get over that. Next, see here it is a table for you, types of sentences and a reporting verb and also linkers. See why the linkers here, what is reporting verb. See before going that, let's have a look over sentences. What is a sentence? It is a group of words which gives complete meaning. Under the sentence you have four sentences. One is assertive sentence and it is also considered as simple statements, and second one is interrogative sentences, and third one is imperative sentences, and lastly exclamatory sentences. These are the four kinds of sentences we observed here. See what is assertive sentence. Assertive sentence is a sentence which makes a statement. It is also considered as a simple sentences are considered as a assertive sentences. After that there is an interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences are the sentences which asks question. Under that you have WH question and also yes or no question. Afterwards I will explain to you. Nextly, that is imperative sentences. Imperative sentences are the sentences which orders, requests and commands. These are considered as the imperative sentences. But exclamatory is a sentences which expresses sudden and strong feelings of a person. Those are considered as a exclamatory sentences. See these are all as I given in the table, first column itself, that is types of sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, statements. See under imperative, as I already told you, that order or request and also you observe the command and also instruction, that nothing but command. But under interrogative, WH questions, yes or no type question, WH question and also yes or no type question. Under statements, as I told you, another two, that is assertive sentence and exclamatory. These statements considered as a four, that is one is simple statements, declarations, wishes and exclamations. These are comes under statements. See in the next column you are all observing reporting verb. Reporting verb, first thing, while you are changing from direct to indirect speech, while you are changing from direct to indirect speech, this reporting verbs plays a very important role. While you take the subject, after subject you have to choose the proper reporting verb. For example, there is as I told you, the four kinds of sentences. Four kinds of sentences also having reporting verbs. For example, here for imperative sentences you should choose whether the given sentence is a order, you should choose order. Whether the given sentence is requested, you choose requested. Whether the given sentence is instruction, it was guided, asked, instructed. And also whether the given sentence is command, you should choose commanded. It is about imperative sentence. You should be careful while choosing a reporting verb. Next, interrogative. As I told you, it asks a question. Under this, there is a WH questions and also yes or no type question. For this, the reporting verb was asked and questioned. As I already told you, which asks a question, so simply you should choose the reporting verb as asked and also questioned. And lastly, statements. Under this you have auxiliary assertive sentence and also exclamatory sentences. We also hear 4 simple statements, nothing but assertive sentence. Here also declarations, wishes and also exclamation. For this, the reporting verb for assertive you should choose said, and declaration you should choose declarated, and wishes you should choose wished. For exclamation you should choose cried with joy, and also exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed with joy, etc. Like this you should choose. But while you choose told also, nothing but said, while you go through with told also it can be used, but it followed by a reporter. That is why you should go through the said only. It is very simple to choose that. In assertive, don't forget, in assertive you should choose the reporting verb as said, declared, wished, cried with joy. For exclamation, see, this is about reporting verb. See, don't forget this rule. This is a first rule while you are changing from direct to indirect speech. It is very important. Afterwards, there is a last column you are all observing, that is a linker. As I told you, direct speech, it is actual words of the speaker which was quoted in a inverted comma. We have to remove that comma and inverted comma while we are changing from direct to indirect speech. As we join 2 sentences, there we should use linkers. As we know that the action of linkers is to join the words, join the sentence, like that. That is why here linkers plays a very important role. As we previously saw the example of John said that there is an elephant in the window. Actual words of the speaker was there was an elephant in the window. ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅದನ್ನ John said, and also his words was combined by using the linkers. Here, for the proper use of linker, you have that if WH word to. There are 4 proper linkers while you are changing from direct to indirect speech. For I will go through from bottom of the linkers. For firstly, that is statements. For statements, that is said, declared, that, cried with joy. That these are the reporting verbs. But for these, remember, for assertive sentence and exclamatory sentence, you should use the linker of that. Don't forget, that is a conjunction or linking word for assertive sentence and exclamatory sentence. Under 4 sentences, that is used for only 2. One is assertive sentence, and second one is exclamatory sentence. Don't forget. Next we move on to imperative sentence. Under imperative sentence you have WH questions and also yes or no type questions. When they given you WH question to change from direct to indirect speech, you should not use the linkers of that. For WH question, WH words are acting as a linkers. What are the WH words here? For example, what, where, which, how many, how long, how far, whose, whom. These are all considered as a WH words. In a question, as you observed in a question, whether the given sentence is a WH question, there you find a WH word of what, you should go through with what only. You should not use that. Is it clear? That is, for WH words are used as a conjunctions are linkers for WH questions. And secondly, yes or no type question. For yes or no type question, you should use the linker of if or whether. You have to rather than whether, you should go through with if is convenient for you. It is not it cannot be mistaken by you. That is why you should go through with if only. Remember, for interrogative sentence, that is a linker of WH question, WH words are acting as a WH words are acting as a linker, but yes or no question you should go through with if. Don't use that. And nextly, imperative sentence. For imperative sentence you should use to. And under interrogative, if there is a negative, you should use not to. Don't forget, dear students, you have only 4 linkers here, means 4 connectives while you are changing from direct to indirect speech. One is that, second one is WH words. For WH question, that is WH word. Second one is if, and lastly to. Don't forget this first table. This is very important. While you are go through it, pause the video and write down the table and move on. Next, second rule of direct and indirect speech is change of tense. It is also very important for you. See, as you all know that under tense you have 2 main tenses in English. One is present tense and second one is past tense, and you also have future tense. Future tense is used for only to use for timeline, but present tense and past tense are considered as a main tenses comes under English. That is, under present tense you have 4. One is simple present tense, second one is present continuous, third one is present perfect, fourth one is present perfect continuous. In the same way, in the past tense, simple past and past continuous, past perfect continuous, and also past perfect continuous. Under future you also for simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. These are considered as a 12 tenses for you. Here there is a table. See, first thing, while you saw an example or while you see your question paper, your first task is to identify the tense of a given sentence. Your first task is that. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೋದು. ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್, whether the given sentence in direct speech, whether it is a simple present, it can be while you are changing from direct to indirect, it was changed into simple past. For example, in given sentence, are you observed is, are, which was changed into was and were. If in V1 verb is there in direct speech, it can be changed into V2. For example, go is there in direct speech, it can be changed into went. Is it clear? This is the first tense. Whether the given sentence is simple present, it can be changed into simple past. And second one, whether the given sentence is present continuous, it can be changed into past continuous. As I told you, in the given sentence, is plus V1 plus ing is there, it can be changed into was, were plus V1 plus ing. For example, for you, is going, it can be changed into was going. But remember, if the subject is singular, you should use was. If the subject is plural, you should go through with were. Is it clear? That is second one. Next, thirdly, present perfect. As in my previous video, I told you that perfect tense verbs are nothing but have, has and had. If you observe have and has in a sentence, this is considered as a present perfect tense. If you observe had is there in a sentence, that sentence is considered as a past perfect tense. Here, have, has was given, it can be changed into had. But remember, you should use V3 form of the verb with perfect tense verb. Don't forget that. For example, here have or has given. They are already given. They are given only. Why? Because as I told you that the perfect tense verbs are agree with V3 form of the main verb. It can be changed into had plus V3 form of verb. Had given. It can be changed into had given. Is it clear? Next, simple past. Simple past, it can be changed into past perfect. Simple past. In simple past, you observe V2 form of the verb. In the given sentence, you have a V2 form of the verb. For example, went is there in a direct speech, but it can be changed into had gone. Had gone. V3 form of the verb, as I told you that we have form of the verb which was agrees with V3 form of the verb. In the simple past, in direct speech, if you have a went, it can be changed into had gone. Is it clear? Next, past perfect. Under past perfect, there is no changes occurs, and accordingly the pronouns only changed. That let us discuss in further. But in remember, under past perfect and past perfect continuous, there is no changes occurs. Past continuous, it was changed into past perfect continuous. If it is was going is there in a direct speech, it was changed into had been going. Had been going. It was changed. Is it clear? See, See, for simple present, it was changed into simple past. Present continuous, it was changed into past continuous. Present perfect, it was changed into past perfect. Simple past, it was changed into past perfect. Past perfect and past perfect continuous, there is no changes occurs. Past continuous, it was changed into past perfect continuous. See, if you have a doubt, just pause the video and review that. Then it will be cleared for you. And what about future here? Here, note that under future tense you have four. One is future simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. But among these four, remember, these are the special categories. While you observed future tense in direct speech, only modal auxiliaries will change. That is why I note down for you, under future tense only modal auxiliaries will change. For example, if the given will in direct speech, it can be changed into would. If the given shall, it can be changed into should. If the given can, it can be changed into could. If the given may, it can be changed into might. If the given must, it can be changed into had to. Note down, in future tense, there is no changes occurs. Only modal auxiliaries will change. Modal auxiliaries are nothing but a future tense verbs. Those are considered as a modal auxiliaries. This is a second table. First table, changing of reporting verbs, and also we can learn about linkers. And second one, that is change of tense. Next, see, in a table third, you are all observing some words are there in direct speech and also indirect speech. Reported nothing but indirect speech. Some words will change while you are changing from direct to indirect speech. Some words will change. For example, here, if the given now in direct speech, it can be changed into then. Here and there. Today, it was changed into that day. Yesterday, it was changed into the previous day. Next, tomorrow, the next day. You all remember these words in your mind while you are changing from direct to indirect speech. Why? Because if you are changing from direct to indirect speech, there is a now in direct speech. In a sentence you observe the word now, it can be, you should change now into then. You should not write now as it is to indirect speech. This is table third. While you are practicing, pause the video and note down the elements here. Next, table third, that is as you observing the pronouns here. As you all know that pronouns are the one of the parts of speech in English. Pronouns are the words which can be used in the replace of a noun. Here you have direct speech and also reported speech. See, before going to the table, I will explain you about the persons in English. In while you are studying persons, you have three persons in English: first person, second person, and third person. Under first person, you have singular I, plural we, and the second person you, singular you, plural. Both it is acting as for one person we also used you, and more persons you also use you also. Under third person, under singular third person, he, she, it there, and they is considered as a plural. These three are the three persons in English. See, these are considered as a pronouns. See, in indirect speech, first person I, it was changed into he or she in indirect speech. As I is considered as a singular, it can be changed into he or she accordingly, according to the person you observed in your examples. You, second person, it was changed into he, she, they, and also we, first person we. And we, which was changed into we and also they. This becomes that, these becomes those. This is about a pronoun, but don't forget, while you are changing from direct to indirect speech, first person it was changed into third person, second person which was changed into third person. But remember, there is no changes in third person. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ನ ನೀವು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಪ್ರನೌನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಟೇಬಲ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ rules from changing from direct to indirect speech. While you are changing from direct to indirect speech, firstly you should choose the proper reporting verb and also choose the proper linkers and also tense changing and also some words changing and also some pronouns are changed. First rule is reporting verb. Before going that, if your first task is to identify the tense of a sentence, afterwards choose the proper reporting verb and also proper linkers. As I told you, there is only 4 linkers. For assertive sentence and exclamatory sentence you have that, and for WH questions, WH words are acting as a conjunctions, and yes or no type questions, if you should use if or whether, and for imperative sentence you should use order, requested, commanded, whatever it may be according to the sentences they are given. That is why I told you your task is to first identify the tense. See, here are some solid examples for you. Shall we go through them? Yes, let's start. Donna Laura. I will go through first question. Donna Laura, do you use a shoe brush as a handkerchief? Don Gonzalo, what right have you to criticize my actions? Donna Laura, a neighbor's right. Don Gonzalo, I do not care to listen to nonsense. Donna Laura, you are very polite. These are the 5 sentences you are observing here. There is a 2 persons conversation, that is between Donna Laura and Don Gonzalo. See, you assume that the quoted words, you assume that before the person's words are here quoted, it is an assumption. You should assume like that only. But while you are reporting from direct to indirect speech, you should use all the rules and be careful while changing from direct to indirect speech. For example, first sentence, it is who was said that? It was Donna Laura's words. Whose words are there? There are Donna Laura's words. That is, what was that? Do you use a shoe brush as handkerchief? Which kind of sentence is this? This is a question, that too yes or no type question. yes or no type question. Your first task is to identify the, as I told you, identify the tense, whether it is assertive sentence or interrogative, imperative, exclamatory, whatever it may be. You should identify the tense. Here you are all observing, do you use a shoe brush as a handkerchief? Here observing the use is a V1 verb is there. Use is a U1 verb is there. That is why this sentence is considered as a simple present tense. And also you are observing do form of verb do is there. Do is also simple present tense verb. So we are coming to the conclusion that the given first sentence is present tense. According to the rule, simple present tense, it was changed into simple past. Here, as I salute you, only look out the first line of the answer, Dona Lura. Afterwards, you should choose the proper reporting verb, as the given sentence is interrogative sentence. That is why I choose asked. Dona Lura asked. Afterwards, your task is to choose linkers. Here I choose if. Why? Because the given sentence is yes or no type question. For yes or no type question, you should choose if. That is why I used if. If, remember, the subject in the given sentence is you. It is a second person. It can be changed into third person. You refer to Don Gonzalo. That is why he is a male. That is why I can choose he. If he. But remember one thing, do form, when they given you do form of the verb, it cannot be changed into did, but it will be added to main verb. That is, you are observing do and use is a main verb. A do form of verb which was merged with use, it can be changed into used. V2 form of the verb. As I told you, simple present, it was changed into simple past. That is why do form of the verb which was changed into merged into used. Do plus use is equal to used. But remember, if the given sentence is negative with do form, you should not merge the do form of verb with main verb. You should directly change it into do into did, and also you should write not. Negative sentence. I am revealing you about negative sentence, but the given first sentence is positive. That is why I merged do with use. Donna Laura asked if he used a shoe brush as handkerchief. Do, you, use. Only these three words were changed. Further, there is no changing words we are observing there. That is why there is no changes in a shoe brush as a handkerchief. That is why answer for first question is Donna Laura asked if he used a shoe brush as handkerchief. Is it clear? Shall we move on to the second one? Second one is the words of Don Gonzalo. Don Gonzalo, what is his words? What right have you to criticize my action? See, again it is a question, that too WH question. As you observing, what is there WH word, that is why it is a WH question. While you are choosing reporting verb, again asked, you should not use. While for simple change, you can choose questioned. The reporting verb, your first task is reporting verb, and choose the reporting verb, that is questioned. And nextly linkers, linkers, there is no need to choose other linkers here, because WH word is acting as a linker here. What is there, that is why we should go through with only. And afterwards, as I told you, that which kind of sentence is this is a WH question word, WH question sentence. Afterwards, nextly you are observing here have is there, that is why the given sentence is present perfect tense. You should change into past perfect tense. See, look over the answer. Then Don Gonzalo questioned what right as it is ಅಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಇಳಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. And you should next choose the subject. You is there, you refer to Donna Laura, she is a female, that is why we should choose she. What right she had to have become had. As I told you, simple present perfect, it was changed into past perfect, that is why I written had here to criticize his action. See, after had you should change the, you should change the V3 form of the verb, as I told you. Why? Because perfect tense verbs was always agrees with V3, but here there is no I did not change the word criticize, because before criticize you are all observing there is a word to. It is considered as an infinity. You should not before V1, if to comes before V1 verb, the V1 verb will not change. That is why here Don Gonzalo questioned what right she had to criticize my, it was changed into his action. Is it clear? Next we move on to next sentence, that is Donna Laura sentence. She told a neighbor's right. See, it was a replied to the question of Don Gonzalo, that is why the reporting verb I choose here is replied. As it is a assertive sentence, a neighbor's right is a assertive sentence, that is why I used that conjunction word that. Shall we change that? See, further Donna Laura replied that a neighbor's right, there is no changes occurs. Why? Because it is an answer which was given by her, there is no some words were changing, and also we are not observing any tense also, that is why the answer remains same, a neighbor's right. Next we move on to next sentence, that is Don Gonzalo, he told I do not care to listen to nonsense. Again it is also assertive sentence, but keep it in mind it is a negative sentence, as you observing not in the sentence, that is why we can consider that is a negative sentence with do form of verb is there. As I told you, negative word with comes with do form of verb, do would not be merged with main verb, do would not be merged with the main verb. See, we can change it. Yes, then Don Gonzalo said that, as it is a assertive sentence, that is why I choose set of reporting verb, and also linker is that is there, that for assertive sentence, that is why I choose that. And next I first person which was changed into third person, E do which was changed into did not care to listen to nonsense. The answer is, then Don Gonzalo said that he did not care to listen to nonsense. This is a answer. And the last sentence was Donna Laura's words, that is, you are very polite. You are very polite. See, as I told you, it is also again assertive sentence, and also you are observing that are is there. That is why it is a simple present. Simple present, it was changed into simple past, and second person you also changing here. Before that, it is an assertive sentence. The linking word is that, and also said reporting verb. See, shall we change? Then Donna Laura said that he was very polite, or become was, you becomes he. This is your first solid example. As I repeating once again here the answer only. Donna Laura asked if he used a shoe brush as a handkerchief. Then Don Gonzalo questioned what right she had to criticize his action. Further, Donna Laura replied that a neighbor's right. Then Don Gonzalo said that he did not care to listen to nonsense. Then Donna Laura said that he was very polite. This is your first solid example. Next, shall we move on to second one? See, here it is a second one. I will read the question once again. Here it is a conversation between Petra and Donna Laura, as you observing in the slide. See the words of Petra. The guard is waiting for me. Donna Laura, do you like to chat with your guard? Petra is not mine. Donna Laura, wait a moment. Petra, what does the Sinora wish? This is your second solid question. See, here also WH question is there, yes or no type question is there, assertive sentence is there, and also imperative sentence is there. All kinds of sentences you come under here. For example, the guard is waiting for me. This is a assertive sentence. Do you like to chat with your guard? It is a yes or no type question. He is not mine, again assertive sentence. Wait a moment, it is a imperative sentence. What does the Sinora wish? It is a WH question. See, shall we move on to one by one? The words of Petra, the guard is waiting for me. As I told you, your first task is to identify the tense. So, first sentence, the guard is waiting for me. It is a is plus V1, is plus V1 plus ing is there. That is why it is present continuous tense. It was changed into past continuous tense. Is waiting, it was changed into was waiting. And also me is there, it was changed into are. It is a assertive sentence. For that you should choose that. That is a conjunction, and said is a reporting verb. See, I will change that. Petra said that the guard was waiting for her. The Petra said that the guard was waiting for her. This is the answer of first sentence. Next, Donna Laura, do you like to chat with your guard? As I told you, this is a interrogative sentence, and also under interrogative it is a yes or no type question, because yes or no type questions are the questions which are beginning with auxiliaries. Those are considered as a yes or no type question. Here it is the question is beginning with do form of verb. Auxiliaries means all auxiliaries, be form of auxiliaries, do form, have form, and also modal auxiliaries. All auxiliary, the questions which are beginning with all auxiliaries, those are considered as a yes or no type question. Here, do you like to chat with your God? Here, do is there, like is there. That is why it is considered as a simple present tense. It was changed into simple past. Remember, any kind of sentence is there, whatever it may be, but the tense and also some words and also pronouns, it is must and should, it will be changed in indirect speech. That is why do and also like is there. That is why it is a simple present. It was changed into simple past. Yes, shall we change that? Donna Lura, I choose the reporting verb as asked. Why? Because the given sentence is a yes or no type question. That is why I choose asked. Asked Petra if. I choose the linker, that is if. Why? Because the given sentence is yes or no type question. If, and the subject is you refer to Petra, she is a female, that is why I choose she. Second person, it was changed into third person, she. Do form of verb merged with main verb, that is like. Do plus like is equal to liked. That is why here she liked to chat with your, it was changed into her God. Donna Laura asked Petra if she liked to chat with her God. This is about second sentence. And thirdly, Petra is not mine. It is a assertive sentence, but it is a negative sentence. As you observing, not is there, and also simple present tense. Why? Because is there. That is why it was changed into was. And also mine, it was changed into her. Only two elements were changed here. He will not change because he is a third person singular. Is, it was changed into was. Mine, it was changed into hers. Petra told her that he was not hers. Next question. Donna Laura, wait a moment. It is an order. She ordered her guard to wait a moment. There is no changes occurs in the words of orders. Keep it in mind. The sentences which are beginning with V1 verbs, those the two orders, for example, wait a moment, give that, get out of my class, etc. These are not changed. Donna Laura asked Petra, here the linking word is to. As I revealed you in the first table, the linking words for imperative sentence is to only. That is why I choose to here, to wait a moment. Donna Laura asked Petra to wait a moment. And the last sentence is, Petra, what does the Sinora wish? Again, it is a WH question. It is a WH question, and also you are observing does and also wish is there. Present tense verbs, present tense helping verb and present tense V1 form of verb. That is, the given sentence is present tense. It was changed into simple past. See, Petra asked. Why? Because it is a question. That is why I choose the reporting verb of asked. Donna Laura. There is no need to choose other linkers here. WH word is acting as a linker here. That is why what she does plus wish is equal to wished. As I told you, do and does, which was merged with main verb to form a V2 form of the verb. I will repeat the answer. Petra said that the guard was waiting for her. Donna Laura asked Petra if she liked to chat with her guard. Petra told her that he was not hers. Donna Laura asked Petra to wait a moment. Petra asked Donna Laura what she wished. This is your second example. I think you understood the example.